Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 4 and our group is consisting by 4 members which are Nur Afika binti Ruhaizat 1202375, Nurul Atika binti Abu Yaziz 1202382, Siti Nur Maknawiyah binti Masaid 1202402, and the last one Raja Nur Isatil binti Raja Anwar 1202403. Okay, so for our presentation, we have 4 sections which are first, respondent information, second, our objectives and methodology of our survey, third, our graph and analysis, and the last one, recommendations. So the pie chart is representing the respondents' results by gender, which is consults by males and females. As we can see, the chart also shows that the most respondents of the survey are from female, which is 81% from the actual percentage of the respondents. The percentage is representing 46 female respondents per 57, which is the total respondents of the survey. This means that the leftover of the percentage, which is 19%, is representing to 11 male respondents. In short, it can be concluded that the most respondents of the survey are consulting by female respondents. Okay, next, based on age group, what we can see, the highest total percentage is 84.21%, which is representing 248 respondents that have average age between 18 until 21 years old. These results also meaning that the most of the respondents are consisting by students. Meanwhile, the least percentage of the respondents based on age group is representing to 26 years old and above of the average age, with percentage 5.26%. Other than that, the survey was completed by the other respondents that in average age under 18 years old and 22 until 25 years old. In summary, we can say that the most average ages that had completed the survey is by 18 until 21 years old respondents. Okay, next, respondent information based on race or ethnicity. As we can see, the percentage of the respondents is completely consisting by Malay respondents. That means the percentage is 100% for Malay respondents. Other than that, the result is also representing that there are no other race or ethnicity such as Chinese and Indian that have participated in the survey. That also means with 0% for them. In short, we can say that the survey was completely done by Malay respondents with total frequency which is 57 respondents. The pie chart shows the result of the survey based on the occupation of the respondents. Based on the chart, we can say that the most of the frequency for the respondents are consisting by student with total 52 respondents that also represented with percentage 91%. As in our information, students will have more leisure time compared with persons who are employed, and also make a reason why student became the highest frequency and percentage in this survey. Next, we can see that the survey also has respondents who are in part-time employed and full-time employed. These types of occupation of the respondents are both represented with 5% and 4% of the total percentage for the respondents that have participated in the survey. Okay, next, based on the pie chart, we can say that the highest frequency and percentage of the respondents is represented by respondents who are live in rural area. The percentage of the respondents who are living in rural area is the highest, which is 54% compared with the percentage of the respondents who are living in urban area that only 46%. Meanwhile, we can see that the frequency of the respondents that live in rural area is 31 per total of the respondents, which is 57 respondents. Then, the balance of the total respondents is represented to the respondents who are living in urban area, which is only 26 respondents.
Objective. The purpose of the survey is to determine satisfaction level using streaming service. To do this, a survey is undertaken, which is a procedure in which consumers express their preference for streaming service. Individual responses are evaluated and merged in order to determine how streaming service influence people's satisfaction. There are three main objectives of this market survey conducted. The first is to find out whether users prefer streaming by subscribing online or at the cinema. Secondly is to know what kind of factor that influence consumers to choose streaming service than cinema. The last one is to identify level of customer satisfaction between streaming online and cinema. For methodology, we use two research methods, that is qualitative and quantitative method. Okay, for the quantitative, the quantification and confirmation of numerical data is the focus of quantitative research. In this market survey, we use a questionnaire survey in the form of a Google form to get more specific data. In order to make this research as efficient as possible, this technique includes the utilization of a survey form. Before completing the Google form, we prepare relevant survey questions to meet the goals and objective of the research. The survey questions are fact-based questions in which a respondent's response can be classified as correct, incorrect, true or false. After that, survey forms would be sent via social networking sites such as WhatsApp, Twitter and Instagram for everyone who willing to participate in answering the questions. Our major aim for this market survey is to anyone with a streaming service account from anywhere in Malaysia who can provide detailed findings as for the whole survey as a whole survey form. As a result, we managed to get a total of 57 respondents. Among the data collected such as gender, age, citizenship, occupation and location of residence of the respondents. Data from the survey form was gathered and descriptively analyzed in order to construct a research report in this study. Data collected was analyzed using frequencies and percentage before being presented using pie charts. The second one is qualitative method. Since the involved analysis and analytical descriptive hybrid method, quantitative data will be collected first, followed by qualitative data, providing for a more in-depth evaluation of the findings and reasons for unanticipated, unpleasant and uncertain situations. The qualitative method is helpful for determining why a respondent chose a particular answer. This method generates relevant and comprehensive information that can be analyzed to support quantitative findings. Despite being less objective and subjective than quantitative methodology. Recommendations made in terms of text or words are properly considered in this method. This research also makes use of a number of trustworthy web resources to obtain information on streaming service. We conduct preliminary research by studying previously available written materials such as scientific journals and internet-based resources before beginning the study. In addition, the information acquired from the reference was processed to a qualitative analysis. The data gathered from this resource was then analyzed to provide research findings. As a result, it's important to evaluate reference sources to learn about previous research findings.
Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Afika binti Rohaizat and my metric number is 1202375. Alright, now we are going to continue with the chapter 2, which is graph and analysis in our market survey. Alright, in this part, we asked to the respondent about the streaming service that familiar with them. Majority of them vote for Netflix that recorded around 54%. It's not surprising because Netflix is quite popular nowadays and the others also have their own vote that familiar with them, which is View, Disney Hotstar and others. Next, we also asking the feedback and satisfaction respondent through the rating. So we can look at the chart. Most of them give 4 stars as they are satisfied with the platform and the rest give about 3 and 2 stars. In return, the platform will improve to be better. Other than that, in our survey, we also going through the reason why they're using the streaming service compared to the cinema. So most of them using it because it convenience to watch various kind of drama and movie. Not only that, about 26% of respondents also using this service because it's saving time. It's undeniable because it can be watched anywhere and also anytime. The rest of them also using the streaming service because it reduce the money expenditure. Like cinema, we pay for once, but streaming service we pay once and can watch many series. Moreover, the factors that influence respondents to binge watching via this service with the most vote is they can release tension and relaxing their mind after a day with work. So, the second highest vote is the wide range of shows also influence them, and the rest are because their recommendation that shows also influence them to binge watching. So next, by doing the survey, we can record the most genre movie that have been chosen by the respondent are comedy and romance. Logically, it of course because the storyline that interesting, and the others are action, horror, thriller, family, science fiction, and the others. Alright, furthermore, we also make a survey about how often they're watching it. So, majority of the respondents watching it during their leisure time due to their busy routine. With 12% vote, they're also watching every day and the rest also during weekend. Following this survey, we're also looking to the device that they usually use during streaming service. So the result is most of them are using smartphone as it always with them. Next, the rest also using laptop, television, tablet and desktop. Then, we also asking the respondent about the interruption they always face during binge watching. The most problem that respondent face is the line problem. When we using online platform, this kind of interruption mostly we have to face. Okay, so next is lack of data with 12% vote. It is because not all the respondent using Wi-Fi. So the data in mobile also quite limited for them. And the rest vote for no subtitles provided and the low quality video as the interruption that always face. Next, we also review about the amount respondent willingly spend for the streaming service. So in this survey, majority respondent willingly spend under 50 ringgit Malaysia as it the average and normal amount, and the rest respondent spend about 50 ringgit to 100 ringgit for the premium one. Then we ask the respondent either they want to renew it or not when the subscription of streaming service are going to expire. So most of them with 50% vote for maybe as it depends on the satisfaction on the platform, and 37% of them are going to renew it as usual and the rest not going to renew it. So, the last question we asking in our survey is their opinion about negative impact watching through this streaming service. With 39% vote, which is the highest, is one more episode syndrome that influenced them the most to continue watching. Next, the addiction watching through streaming service also the point of negative impact that vote by the respondent. And the rest vote for lack of sleep and others. So that's all about the question, graph and analysis in our market survey.
Last but not least, I will explain about the recommendation that have been suggested by the respondents, and our group also provides some recommendation in order to improve the streaming services. Okay, the recommendations from the respondent, the first one is reduce advertisement even for the non-premium users. Okay, actually this is the highest recommendations to improve streaming services that have been suggested by 10 respondents. Okay, they suggested to reduce advertisement while watching movies even they are not the premium users. This is because they felt annoying to watch the same advertisement in order to finish watching episode of dramas or movies. It also can speed up the duration of time to finish watching the movies. Okay, the second one is provides a wide range of movie from the worldwide. Okay, around 6 respondents suggested to provide various films from all over the world, such as Turkey, Thailand, Philippines, and so on. It is because if there are many types of movie available, they do not have to look for other platform to watch the movie they desire. Sometimes, if they did not find the movie they want to watch, they have to look for it on other platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, and many more. Okay, next is reduce the price of subscription. Okay, some people cannot afford the subscription plan fee because it is too expensive for them and it needs to be renewed every month, especially if they want to subscribe for the premium users. Okay, for example, the Netflix apps can be loaded and enabled on as many devices we like, but the amount of simultaneous streams depends on the package. Okay, for the premium package, it gives us 4 streams and 4 downloads to our phone or tablets, while the streaming quality is HD and 4K Ultra HD, which makes the video look so real. Other than that, the respondent also suggested to provide at least English subtitles. This is because some streaming services does not provide subtitles, and this makes them difficult to understand the storyline for the movie they are watching. So as a solution, they suggested to provide at least English subtitles due to the fact that it is an intermediate language. Okay, by having the English subtitles, they can understand better as well as improve their fluency to speak to others. The last suggestion from the respondent is show more movies about education and filter certain films and movies that are not suitable before being screened. Okay, that is because streaming services are used by various age groups such as children, teenagers, and the elderly. So, the streaming services company should first filter the film or movies that are not suitable before being screened. Sometimes they watch streaming services such as Netflix as one of the ways to bond with family. Therefore, it is recommended to show more educational movies that can bring benefit to all. Okay, next, and the recommendation from our group. The first one is offer latest movies. Most of the latest movies or dramas ongoing on television are not shown immediately on streaming services. Okay, as a result, we have to wait for a few days to watch it. So, our group suggested the company of streaming services to offer the latest movies. So, by offering the latest movies on the streaming services, we will stay up to date with the movies that are trending on social media. Okay, the second one is less the data to download. We recommend that the streaming services company can reduce the data required to download movies or dramas, so we can watch more movies that we want. In addition, it also can prevent us from wasting our money on renewing the data. Okay, last but not least, we also suggest to mark the film or movies that have been watched. Okay, by marking the films or movie that we have watched, it will ease us to know that we already watched them and we will not choose to watch them again. Then we can proceed to watch other new movies without any guess whether we have watched it or not. Okay, I think that's all from my group. Thank you.